Underway here in the second half. Here's Luke Rabarchik for City Bark Radio.
Lee won it down nicely to Withers. Straight out of the centre square go the Bombers into attack. Bennett couldn't take the mark. He was dragged down and he'll get a free kick. 10 seconds into this third quarter. Very efficient again, the Bombers. And the shot at goal will belong to that of Tom Bennett. He'll go back. He's only 35 metres out. Virtually no angle to speak of. He's kicked one for the afternoon. The opening goal of the game, in fact, that also came via a free kick. And he'll shoot for his second. Now, seconds into this third term. And this really would make it very difficult for North Hobart, Max, if that margin gets out to 40 points.
Yeah, it makes it very hard for any side to come back from 40. And I think he's put his second on the board for the day there, Luke.
Nice finish from Bennett. That was straight through the middle. And that is just the start that they would have wanted. It's a 40-point margin now, 7-7-49, leading North Hobart 1-3-9. They've got a lot of work to do, North Hobart, if they're to stay in this contest for the remaining half.
Certainly wasn't the start that North Hobart were looking for after the spray that Tony shared with us that they got from their coach and their captain at half-time. So it'll be interesting how they respond. Like we said, we've got 7 or 8 outs from last week, so a lot of newer guys in there. So they've just got to hang it tough at the moment. And like the coach said, don't play keepings off. No,
that was very efficient. Withers, who Dave highlighted from that first half, he got them going again straight out of the centre square. This time, North Hobart come away and they take to the outer wing.
And it's out towards Leaf Hebart, who's descended upon by a couple of North Launceston players. Cox Goodger out to Withers once again. He's pushed off his kick. Chance here for Stingle. Tracks the ball. Taken away now by Simpson. Inside 50 here towards Burt. Takes it 48 out. Wheels around. Has Donnelly. Centres it. Thomas Donnelly takes the mark. And he's about 40 out. Slightly left of centre. So 2 goals today to Withers and Bennett.
Dangerous signs here.
Don't
in
forget
this
to put your
third
goals
quarter.
Down there, Barch.
I got too excited, fellas. This start's been electric from the Bombers.
Here's Donnelly. For the second of the quarter, launches towards goal. It's a beautiful kick, and it's hit the post. So one behind, 7-8-50 to 1-3-9, margin out to 41 points. So Hugh Williams Senior looking around. Now he goes outside defensive 50. Up here towards Jackson. Front position was Van Dam. Punches away to Pearce. This way, that away. And back to the right foot. Inside 50. A lot of North Hobart defenders there. All misjudged there by Hugh Williams Senior. Gets it back now towards Banks Smith. His little handball under pressure. Here towards Millhouse, who's happy just to see it through for a rush behind. 7-9-51 North Launceston. North Hobart 1-3-9. KG5, it's evening up. It's only a 6-point margin now. Clarence against Glenorchy. Mark taken here, defensive side of the wing by Jackson.
Just edged his man under the ball, did Jackson. He comes inside to Sandrick. Again, they're going short in this defensive half. Handball over the top to Williams Senior. Go back to Sandrick. He now gives it away to Norton. Back to Hugh Williams Senior. They've gone nowhere, but they keep possession. They go short, and that's all right. Finds Caswell. He goes back to Williams Senior. He goes short again. Unable to take the mark, though, was the player there. And they still keep going forward, though, the Demons. And they've got it here with Barwick on 50. Goes inside looking for McCulloch. Just out of the outstretched arm. He couldn't quite get there. And it rolls away from him in the opposite pocket. But they've got it down the right end of the ground from their point of view. Have the Demons looking for this first score for them in this third term. Ball to be thrown in. Out of pocket. Demons in attack. High throw in. McCulloch contests against Lee. He won it down, did McCulloch. But immediately tackled was the North Hobart player, and it fell the way of Edmonds. He comes away. Kick was a little hot. Came over the back. Donnelly's first back onto the ball. If he can gather their away here, the Bombers. He elected not to give it to Withers. Went himself. Long ball looking for Rushton out the back. Edged his man under it. Couldn't take the footy. He's got support there in A-Vent if he can get it to him. Does now, but they do well, the Demons. Fighting on hard. But to no avail. Jeffries wins it. Left foot check side. Just a little bit skinny. That was a difficult shot. Not a bad effort in the end. One behind. And that margin goes out to 43 points.
Down to Rob on the boundary.
G'day, guys. Just a quick bit of trivia. Tony doing a bit of investigation at halftime for the listeners. The Hugh Williamses are not related. Both accountants, and one of whom had a father who played for Scottsdale back in the Greater Northern League days. So
we love it.
Great bit of trivia. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Tony. Actually, might get Tony to check who number 38 is for North Hobart. I think we had a jumper change there. So if Tony can get onto that, number 38.
I'm battling enough Foz as it is without them changing jumpers on me.
Today. So Michael Stingle started number 6 and now he's got number 58. Chris Kay throws the ball up. Defensive side of the wing for Northern Bombers. Now here's a chance for North Hobart. Taken there by the debutanting Griggs. He's thrown to the ground.
Just quickly in the AFL, Foz, the Lions getting back into the contest there against the Dogs. They've kicked the last 2, narrowed the margin to 15 points.
Okay, so tightening up there. There's Kilpatrick, just a little spin. He'll have Pryor there. Yep. Chris Kay says, holding the ball, Callum. Free kick. And it's going to be taken by Ryan Whitney. You'd think it's outside his wheelhouse here. He's going back as if he's going to take a shot. Now he goes short. Good lead. Oh, Jeffries bounces off his chest. He's on the follow-up. He's tackled by about 3 North Hobart defenders. No Pryor. But Angus Jeffries will be ruining that. Yeah, led beautifully. Just couldn't cling it to his chest.
Conditions should be hopefully a little bit better in the second half, Dave. That rain we had before the game should be just about gone from the surface.
Cox Goodger, opportunist. Will it bounce? It'll bounce. It's not going to go through. It's going to be taken by Jackson just inside the line. So he goes wide. Over here looking for Leaf Hebber, who thumps it away from the contest. Out of bounds. 7-10-52, plays 1-3-9, 43 points the margin. What are you seeing, Maxie?
Not a lot this quarter so far, Dave, in the 6.5 minutes that we've watched, apart from a goal from North Launceston. But North Hobart, they just need to dig pretty deep here and find 2 or 3 goals to give themselves a bit of confidence going into that last quarter. I know it's still a quarter away, but they need goals. That's what they need.
Just get the feeling they are right under the pump early in this third quarter. The Bombers looking to get a little bit of percentage back. They obviously had a fairly heavy defeat in the end. Last week did the Bombers, so they'll take a little bit of percentage if they can get it here this afternoon. And the way things are looking, they're a fair chance of doing that.
It's that man again, Barch.
Withers, he's got a free kick on the outer wing.
Get the ball back to him. It's been 7 minutes.
It's taken a while, Max.
Oh my God.
He's got it now. Now you'd hope that in that time the Demons have set up behind the footy. Jeffries presents. That's ignored. He goes longer beyond that. Jackson will come across. Flying from behind was Burt. Couldn't take the mark. Fired up at ground level. Couldn't gather it inside the field of play. And the ball trickles over the line. 45 metres around from the Bombers' goal. Out of pocket.
Massive comeback here for Glenorchy as they trail by 6 points. And they've got a shot for goal right in front. So Glenorchy and Clarence, 2 great rivals. Scores should be level in just a moment.
Cracking game down there. What can we see here in the second half from the Demons? Can they get back into this contest? Ball's brought back into play now. Hugh Williams Senior is at the back. Won it down. Ends in the hands of Bingham. He got a high kick to the outer wing. Nankervis in best position. Got a spoil away. Leaf Hebber was there. Coming through nicely was Kilpatrick, I think that was. Got a kick forward. Foot race now. Nankervis leads in that. He goes after the ball at ground level, shovels it out looking for a teammate, but that was to no avail. Boundary line wins out. Attacking end, half-forward flank for the Demons, and they've got a free kick out of that. Might have been deliberate, I'd say, perhaps, Dave.
Yep.
They come inside now, squaring ball to Sandrick. He can do likewise and does now to Williams. That's Junior, no relation to Hugh Williams Senior, as we've just found out. Plays on now, around Pearce on the mark, goes along to the top of the square. Edmonds in best position, couldn't take the mark. Now it comes to Leaf Hebber. He's tackled immediately. Gets a handball away towards Williams Jr. Gets out to Sandrick. He's got a little bit of space. Flying shot at the goal, but that's offline. Through for one behind. Missed opportunity there. They go to 1-4-10. Narrow the margin to an even 7 goals. North Launceston 7-10-52.
So it's Van Buren with the ball. Boy from the northwest coast. Here he goes. Kicks long towards the wing. Over the back, taken by Millhouse, who's been a pretty good player today for North Hobart. Kicks inside 50. Front position, Rowlands. It's knocked away from him. And knocked out of play. And 2 boys there with the headgear. Rowlands, 23 on debut. And Angus Norton with a slightly longer blonde hair. They're not easy to tell apart, those 2 boys. They're Next week we'll be at Windsor Park, Launceston versus Kingborough, who are doing pretty well today against Lauderdale. So will be 2 wins out of 2 if they can finish the job there. Here they go. Through Bales up towards half forward. Lee rises high, went a bit early. Hugh Williams Senior wins the contest. Back to Jeffries. He finds some space on that left foot. Kicks to the hot spot. There's only one player there though. That's a comfortable mark taken by Griggs. Griggs plays on up here looking for Leaf Hebber. And Walsh, who's been pretty quiet today, Mark Walsh. He's got the ball now and he'll get a free kick for a trip. Mark Walsh plays on. Beautiful kick. Finds a teammate. I think that's Bales. Goes to goal with the left foot, Harry Bales. And he's kicked it. And that's his first goal in TSL footy. To young number 28 there, Harry Bales. And that's another goal for North Launceston. That's their 8th. 8-10-58 to 1-4-10.
Sorry, Max, I was just going to say a couple of times when the Bombers have been going inside forward 50, the Demons defenders have elected not to come at the ball carrier. Probably made some easier goals than perhaps what they could have been.
Yeah, absolutely. And just winding it back there when Jeffries, who's been very busy in the forward line for North Launceston, he got the ball there on half forward. He's young and he's enthusiastic and all that, and someone called for the handball. He sort of half cocked it but didn't give it, and then he just kicked it to the hot spot where North Hobart player was. So he's got to understand that when you come up in the level to senior footy, you've got to be a bit more composed with that and give that first option.
Give it quickly. Good advice from Maxi. We go again from the centre square. Taking it away was Donnelly, but his kick is cut off at half back by Williams Jr. He again goes short. They come away via Finlay Poke. His kick is ill-directed onto the chest of Pearce, centre wing. He goes short to Cox Goodyer, gives the handball to the player coming by. That was Van Dam. Now to Donnelly. Has a player over the top, ignored that, went direct to the top of the square. Ball at the back. Rushton keeps his feet, and he went into the easiest of goals, elected to kick it off the ground, and instead slammed it into the woodwork. One behind. There's a missed opportunity. And North Hobart bring it back into play quickly. The ball is taken by Norton. He goes back to the top of the square, finds Williams Senior.
I don't think Jackie realised he had time to pick that up. That was the problem there.
His opponent had gone to ground, Foss, and he nearly could have had a cup of tea, I reckon, in the square and still put it through. It went off the ground. Now, they've lost this, the Demons. It's picked up by Burt. He swung around the body and shot towards goal, but missed to the near side. He was under enough pressure just to force the error, margin out to 50 points.
Inside 50s Barch, 9-2 this quarter. They're mounting up.
Worrying signs if you're a North Hobart supporter here this afternoon. They take it to the outer side. Rowlands dropped it, had time to regather the football. Now they come over the wing looking towards Jackson. That's a nice mark in the hands coming up. Gave it immediately to Poke. This is a better move forward from the Demons. Leaf Hebber was caught behind, gave a contest. Donnelly was there to mop up though. He went short and back to Avent. He goes short. Back to Donnelly. Umpire says not 15, play on. He does that now. He kicks back towards the outer wing. It was over the head of Jackson. They'll get there now in time, and Millhouse has time to mop up. Millhouse comes inside over the head of his target there. Cox Goodyer went from behind, came to the ground, taken by Poke. He went over the top. Now the umpire's picked out a free kick for holding, and that will go the way of the Bombers. And they will relieve from the defensive side of the wing, outer side. Bales calls for it in the middle. They go short, but forward to Cox Goodyer. He has a player running by, takes advantage of that man on the mark rule. They kick it long inside forward 50. High ball. Coming up is Lee. Couldn't take the mark. Bennett did the crumbing. Knocked it towards Withers. He goes back to Bennett. Right foot shot at goal from around the body. Again is to the near side, and they could have put them right away here, Max, but they failed to do so in this third quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. 13 shots, 13 points kicked. It's very, very, very lucky that they haven't kicked straight today, the North Launceston Bombers.
Now with a free kick here at half back, so see what happens there. I presume that score counted, but anyway, it's shifted over towards Rowlands. The boy from Guildford Young College making his debut. He's going to switch it back here to Williams Senior. Not 15, has to play on, gets caught, gets it back here towards Rowlands. It spills out of bounds. So just finding it hard to clear their defensive 50 at the moment.
They are, but think about what they did a moment ago when they went down the middle of the field. They were unlucky, like I think it was Angus Norton, or no, it wasn't. It was Lifthiber down here who fumbled the kick, but it was 2 kicks from the back line to their forward 50, and they had a chance to score a goal.
Avent, quick kick towards Bales. He's already kicked a goal this quarter. He's got it. He's 30 out. Sharp angle. Centres the ball. Does the team thing. Withers. Flies. Can't take the mark. Falls heavily. And Hugh Williams Jr. Yeah, he's down as well. Slow to get up. So heavy contest there between Withers and Williams Jr., the skipper of North Hobart this year. Anyway, it's a boundary throw in on attacking 50. Been playing 15 and a half minutes. 51 points is the margin. Knocked down by Jackson. Only as far as Avent, who has support from Pearce by hand. Pearce's handball is not a good one. Kick off the ground. Bit of language down there. Hope you didn't hear that. As Caswell gets the handball away now to Sandrick. Oh, he's sandwiched by 2. And the disposal wasn't effective. Now it's up towards the wing. Almost a mark there to Hardy, who might have been shifted forward. So here's a chance. Go quickly, says Max. Shifts it now to Williams Sr. Now to Sandrick. Here's a chance now through Williams Jr. If the ball sits for him, which it does, he's got an open paddock. Pursued by Withers. Gets inside. Has a teammate there and finds Colgrave. We've got a push in the back. Drop the mark.
He was lucky.
Bit lucky. Bounce off his chest. Probably too far out to score.
But hit it to the top of the square. Puts them under pressure. Put them under pressure.
Here he does. Hardy. Over the back is Caswell. Taking the tackle. Back to Hardy. The handball goes straight to Lee. And Lee clears the pressure for North Launceston.
They come away from their defensive 50, the Bombers, but only as far as Kilpatrick. He gave it to Bingham. They find a man here, forward of the wing. And they can go inside forward 50 once more by Connor Smith. He goes short to Kilpatrick. Danced around 1. Little ball is cut off, though, nicely by that man in Cossins. He's been solid back there. Switches playing out of the outer side. Edmonds goes to run of Withers on the outer wing. Takes it now. Has Jeffries over the top. Delivers nicely to him. They've got a lot of space here. They've probably got 4 men forward of the ball here, the Bombers. Bert's one of those. Goes shorter than that to Bales. He's 55 out. Goes inside 50. Goes up towards Rushton at the square and takes a fairly comfortable mark. And he should go back this time. He'll kick this one from the square, Foz, your man.
Yeah, the skill level there was pretty evident between the two teams as they took it from half back. A lot of space, a lot of overlap there. And Jack Rushton, who missed a gilt edge opportunity recently, has a chance now for his second. Rushton for the Bombers. Little chip kick straight through the middle. That's another one of the Bombers. That's 9-13-67 to North Hobart 1-4-10. And that's the sort of pattern of play we've been used to the Bombers over the years, Maxie.
Yeah, and
that
you
run
just
from half back.
Exactly, and you just showed the I guess the confidence and the lack of pressure being put on the ball carriers. Then you had Mark Walsh kicking from inside the defensive 50 under no pressure, electing to kick on his left foot out to Dan Withers on the wing, who again had no pressure, elected to kick on his left foot. Jeffries, who is an elite runner, grabbed the ball, stuffed the bounce up, but he still had ample time to pick it up and give it to Bales, and then he delivered to Rushton, and guess what? Goal.
Back in the middle. Well described there by Maxie, that great passage of play from the Bombers. Taken there by Rowlands. Kicks in Hope towards half forward. Mark Walsh trying to get into the game. Kicks to half 40 to Bales, and he's had a really impressive third quarter as Harry Bales. Gets on that left foot again. Inside 50 looking for Bennett up against a couple. Oh, gee, he got sandwiched there. Burt on the left foot. Gets it back now towards Bennett. The old firm there inside 50 for North Launceston. Bennett centres the ball here looking for Bales. He can't quite get there. Rushton lurking. Also there is Jeffries. He gets rid of the ball. And it looks like he got a sling tackle there.
Yep.
So Angus Jeffries has been pretty impressive in this third quarter, along with Bales. I've been impressed with both of those young players. He moves well, young Bales. So Jeffries, the left footer, is a great shot for us here because we're right behind it here in level 4 of UTAS Stadium. Angus Jeffries played a lot of D-League last year in the Devils program. Deliberate shot, little skip. Round he comes, Angus Jeffries. Won't come back enough. One behind. So the Bombers go on to 9-14-68. leading North Hobart 1-4-10. Just a few stats here from Groobs. Inside 50's 13-5 this quarter. Marks inside 50, North Launceston 4-0 in this quarter as well. Here's Luke Rabarchik for City Buck Radio.
No doubt the Bombers are right on top here in this third quarter. North Hobart bring it away from the kick in. Spoil came from behind. Comes to Williams Senior. Now they go back inside the corridor towards Williams Junior. He overran the football dangerously. Burt, he's got a player on the outside in A-Vent. Didn't get that far. Ended with Withers. 45 out, around the body of the top of the square. Rushed into fly. Couldn't take the mark. At the fall of the ball was A-Vent. He overran it. Ball in dispute here. 20 out from the Bombers' goal. Comes the way of Jeffries. Shot around the body. Near side. Fails to score. But it's been one-way traffic in this third quarter. We've just ticked into time on. 20 and a half minutes gone. 58 points the margin. Floodgates threatening to open. Kilpatrick has it for the Demons. Goes short. That works okay. They go short again. Looking for Poke, but he was over the line. They can't clear the area. Lee will take the free kick. He's 60 metres around from goal. Broadcast side. Crowded forward line now for the Bombers. Goes to the top of the square. Bennett to come from behind. Up he goes. Oh, and he's dragged down a fine mark. That's a good mark from Bennett. And he'll go back and he will kick for what will be his second goal of the term and his third for the match.
I'm unsure why the North Hobart guy, when they kicked that out of bounds on the full there, he had a deliberate kick and he's elected to do it on his left foot, hit a target of a guy standing right on the boundary with the North Launceston opponent right on him. And you know, the result from that, I'll say a stupid kick by the North Hobart defender, finds Tom Bennett lining up for goal number 3.
Took a nice mark, Bennett. Comes in for his third. Makes no mistake. And this margin now beyond 10 goals. The Bombers go out to 10-14-74. They lead North Hobart just that one goal in the second term via McCulloch. They're 1-4-10. 64 points the margin. Meantime, in the AFL, three-quarter time there at Ballarat. The Doggies holding on to a 22-point margin over the line, 64-42.
And down at KG5, really interesting last quarter coming up. Glenorchy and Clarence are level on 52 apiece. And the Magpies having a shot on goal. And I think it's a one behind. So, yeah, really close contest there. Last time I looked to Kingborough were up over Lauderdale. So we'll keep you up abreast with lots of things happening around here in Tassie with the footy.
Donnelly spending a bit more time on the ball in this quarter, Dave, where we commented maybe been a little bit quieter than what we're accustomed to. Just wanting to get him into the game.
Absolutely. And I think Alex Lee, like, he copped a knock last week. And he's going to have to ruck a lot this season. So in games like this where they can rest him a little bit, I'm sure they will. We'll get down to Rob soon because there's a bit of a thing happening with Brad Cox-Goodyear. But we'll wait for the next stoppage as we're back underway. Here's Donnelly, overruns the ball. Avent picks it up. And we might get that stoppage right now. So, Rob, we'll get down to you for a report on Brad Cox-Goodyear.
Just a quick one, Dave, for the listeners. Brad Cox-Goodyear okay. Just copped a little bit of a corky there before, walked it off. He's A-OK.
That's good news for the Bombers. They can't afford to lose players of his stature. Donnelly now picks it up. A little handball sideways here looking for Stingle. Beautiful handball to Van Dam. Steaming down the wing, but he's overcooked the kick taken by Williams Senior. Now to Sandrick. These senior players from North Hobart have to stand up, but Sandrick now coughs it up to Lockie Mitchell. Debutant, plays on under pressure, gets a kick away. It's okay to Pearce, who marks centre wing. Nathan Pearce from Hillwood. Didn't play a lot of senior games last year, but he's got his opportunity in 2021. Short to Edmonds, just the regulation distance. In the shadows here of the RACT stand, he's going to go sideways. Finds Jackie Avent. Avent to the centre of the ground now to Mitchell. Mitchell tries to clear it. This will be intercepted, I think. Well done to Griggs. He's going to get onto the ball after intercepting the contest. He fumbles the crucial moment. Little handball from Van Dam now to Stingle. Stingle to half forward to Withers. BOG, in my opinion, no influence. Withers now. Another inside 50 entry. Up here towards Lee, who's having some time forward. And the ball is off hands and out of bounds deep in the forward pocket. It's 10-14-74 the Bombers. The Demons 1-4-10 maxi score.
Three-quarter time up at South Launceston. The tides turned a little bit in Bracknell's favour. 8-8-56. South Launceston 7-5-47. evenly poised. Bracknell outplayed South in the third.
Ball back into play. Play starting to tie deep in this third term now. Ball in dispute. Coming through was Caswell. Couldn't get an effective disposal away. In the end, we've got a ball up deep in the opposite pocket here from where we are. Bombers attacking into the ground. Ball's flying into the air now. Lee won it decisively back into space towards Burt. Getting there first was Kilpatrick. He got a handball away as he was on the deck. That was all right. Kick comes out defensive 50, but only as far as Van Buren. Flying shot at the goal from 50. He's put that through. That's a lovely finish there. Stepped over the 50, went bang from 49 metres, and the Bombers have their 11th goal. That margin now to 70 points. They're 11-14-80. North Hobart 1-4-10.
Not very often he'd sneak down to kick a goal, Dave, in the last 2 or 3 years being a Northern Bomber. So he's very happy with that goal, and rightly so. One thing I'd like to really see now, this game's well and truly in North Launceston's keeps. Cox Goodger, we said he got, Dave, that Rob Sauer said earlier that he got a little bit of a corky. Today would be a great opportunity for him now to come off and actually coach a team. Yep. He hasn't had that opportunity against Launceston last week, and I think now would just be a good opportunity for him to sit back and watch the players do what he's instructing them to do.
And here he is on cue. He does the don't argue, takes a bounce, gets to 50. Brad Cox Goodger special. Yes, sirree. Great goal. Cox Goodger on the run, took position out of the middle. And young number 38 there, who's had the jumper change, Josh Hilder, he just pushed him out of the way and kicked for goal from distance, and that's what we love to see from Brad Cox Goodger, Maxie. That lights up the competition when he does that.
It does. Or he could stay out there, Dave, and do don't argues and keep kicking goals. He can do whatever he likes today. I'll let him do. If he wants to stay out there, he can stay out there. If he wants to go and coach, he can go and coach.
That's his second batch, is that correct?
That's his second. He's kicked one in the second and one in the third. 2 consecutive quality long-range finishes there from the Bombers. They extend that margin out to a sizable 76 points. Play restarts. Kilpatrick went over the top of it. Couldn't take the ball with him. Simpson battles bravely. Now he's dragged it in. He might have to get out of there. The umpire says, no, that's okay. I'll throw it up.
Just a comment from up at Youngtown. The guy that Bracknell got from the Northern Territory, Matthew Dennis, compliments of Neil Philpott, the Bracknell stalwart and current president, I think. Sensational quarter by the man.
Great to see good quality footballers in Tasmania.
Absolutely.
Just before I hand back to Barch, Clarence 58, leading Glenorchy 55. So I think Clarence might have the breeze in this last quarter. Back to you, Barch.
Bathed in sunshine now, UTAS Stadium. We've had the best part of the day for this game. Play restarts, but going nowhere.
Sorry, Barch, another quick one. 12-173, the Tigers. Lauderdale 6-4-40.
Who kicked the point, Dave?
I'm not sure, but gee, they've been accurate.
Yeah.
Twin ovals too, windy. Good effort.
McCulloch competes with Donnelly. Sandrick somehow got a kick out of there. Got it towards the centre circles. Going in hard was Walsh. He's at the foot of the pack. Players all over him. The umpire's got no choice but to throw it up. Alongside the centre circles here, late in this third quarter, 28 and a half minutes gone. Is there time for one more? Donnelly won it down comfortably. A little bit far for Simpson. Bales applies the pressure from behind. The umpire's pulled a free kick out of this somewhere. It wasn't the controlling umpire, it was the umpire sitting forward of the play. And that kick goes the way of Caswell. His kick is okay. Finds Leafheber. Gives a handball away. What would have been maybe their most promising forward 50 entry of the quarter is denied. That is three-quarter time and what was a very comfortable term for the Bombers. They extended the margin out to 76 points. They're 12-14-86, leading North Hobart, the solitary major, 1-4-10 at three-quarter time.
Yeah, 6